Let's talk about selecting a listing agent. I want to talk about a few things that you may not realize when you're picking a listing agent and give you some framework to ask certain questions of the listing agent before you make a choice. So we know this market is definitely a seller's market. So one of the things that can really kind of affect performance of the listing of your home is how that home is presented to other agents. And one of the things that we see very often that I think is a huge mistake is listing agents gatekeeping their listings. And what I mean by this is putting in some sort of obstruction in terms of me as a buying agent being able to see that property. This could be many things. And one of the things I always talk about in my listing presentation to potential clients is the act of not using the ShowingTime app. ShowingTime is the app that all agents use to show homes. And I would say, like, completely, arbitrary guess at this number, but I'd say about 90% of listings use ShowingTime. And about 10% of listings have agents that say, please do not use ShowingTime, call or text the agent. Now there's two reasons for this. The first reason is that that agent just doesn't know how to use ShowingTime. ShowingTime is a very straightforward app, and in my opinion, and I know this is going to upset some agents that are watching this, but in my opinion, there's no reason not to just take the 30 minutes to learn how to use ShowingTime and then use it for the rest of your career, because it's going to make it easier to show that house. The second thing that people are doing not using ShowingTime is that they want to talk to all the buying agents. Now that may seem fine on the surface level, but here's the problem. We're not selling used cars here. I don't need a listing agent to sell me on the house if I'm acting as the buying agent. The information should be available to me online. I can make my own decisions. If I have further questions in terms of actually writing an offer, then I'm calling the listing agent and talking about my offer, finding out the wishes of the sellers, and any other pertinent information that seems challenging. Now that information should have been, if there are challenges, that information should have been pointed out in the listing. One thing to ask your listing agent is how they plan to show the home. If they give you some sort of indication of this gatekeeping, all they're doing is choking off traffic to the house. This is a huge issue in our industry, and it's something that has really kind of been phased out because technology has caught up and made this easy to show. In this market, there is no reason to cut off showings. You should just be showing that house at a high level, letting everyone have access to it, and answering questions as needed. Something to keep in mind. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them.